Okay, so the double-barreled guns are going to be in the World of Tank tech tree for Russia. So you're going to start with the KV3, which means you're going to purchase a KV3. You're going to equip everything. You're going to put your crew in, and I'm going to show you how I'm doing mine. So the first thing that I did was I had to pay for the engine, and then I had to pick which gun to use. And I decided on this gun over here. And the reason why I picked this gun is because I go by penetration. Whichever gun has the highest penetration is the one I pick, even if I do less damage. This one has equal penetration to this gun and to this gun. However, it has a higher DPM and all the other numbers are pretty good. And I don't use premium rounds. If you want higher penetration with premium rounds, you might want to consider this other gun, which is the 100 millimeter D10T. If you're just looking for higher penetration and decent damage with regular rounds, this is the one to go with, which is going to be 175. And in terms of the turret, it is a better turret. You're going to get better view range and better armor. So that's how I equipped it. I chose the 122 millimeter D25T, which is available on all these different tanks. So then the next thing I'm going to do, obviously, is I'm going to put all the camo. I'm going to put all of my equipment. First, I am going to do my crew. And in order to do the crew, you have to go here and select only Russia. And then you got to go through everything and make sure that you return your crew to their vehicles. And I'm not talking about premium tanks. I'm talking about your regular tanks. Because you don't want to accidentally use a crew member that's assigned to another vehicle. And then you have to find vehicles like this. He's got some crew in here, so we're going to push them out. And I'm going to go through every vehicle to make sure that there's no crew members. We're going to dump all these guys and send them out. Take a bit. But I'll be done real soon. Okay, so we got some more guys over here. One of them is a radio operator. They're both radio operators, but you know what? I'll send them out. That vehicle has 2 radio operators. This one is a special loader that's just for that tank, so we're going to skip him. And same with one of those radio operators. Almost made it through everybody. Got one more tank. Okay. So the other issue is the IS-7, I really don't enjoy playing this tank. I've got 178 tanks. I have no time to play a tank that I don't enjoy. And the IS-4, I really don't enjoy playing this tank. I don't like this class of tank because I'm really not that crazy about heavy tanks in general. I do like the super heavies and I do like autoloaders. So I'm going to take the IS-4 and the IS-7 crew and I'm going to dump them out into the barracks. And I would rather put them in a double-barreled tank than in the tanks that they're currently in. So then we're going to look for that KV3. Where is he hiding? Now I'm going to pick my crew. So we have all these people to choose from. Anyone that's an Antonov means that he's a zero-skill BIA crew member. Scrolling down, you can see, wait, this is a heavy tank, isn't it? Oh, okay, forget about what I just said. Okay, so now I'm going to pick, I've got the 705 crew member, but he's not an Antonov. He's not an Antonov. The Antonovs are going to level up faster along with the female crew members. That one's got 4 skills. This one is by far the best. And you notice it says T100 LT. So just to confirm, I'm going to look at my T100 LT. He's got a 6 skill crew member. So that crew member is available. So then we're going to look over here. We're going to see that there's another Antonov who's a gunner who has a lot of crew skills. This female crew member will go into another tank. I'm going to pull out this Antonov. Just because I'm picking them now doesn't mean that it's my final pick. So now we've got another Antonov who was on the Object 704, which is a tank destroyer. I'm going to be honest, my tank destroyer does not need this person. I love that line of tank destroyer. It says over here, the Object 704. So we're just going to look at it just to verify. The 704 was this one. It's going to go up to the 268. I actually have played the 268 quite a few times. I like the tank. I'm excited about getting it, but he can go with a lower crew. I'm going to put in whoever is appropriate. Now, in terms of the radio operator, if you follow me, you know that I use the same radio operator on all of my tanks, and I don't train it for this vehicle. However, because I'm going to be playing a lot of games in this vehicle, it makes sense that I should train someone so that it will level up faster. And it looks like this T-29 medium tank is going to be the better choice. So I just might put that radio operator in. Okay, so now I got to pick two loaders. You see here we've got an Antonov and an Antonov that both have 5 crew skills. It's 4 plus 1 is 5. So they're high up on the list. And then we've got Maya. So we've got 3 here that are high up on the list. And then we've got another, wow, we've got a bunch of them. We've got all these Antonovs that I could choose. And then these are lower skilled players. So we've got the 83 and the 81 who appear to be the highest. I'm going to pick the 83 and I'm going to pick the 81. So there's a really good chance that that's going to be my crew. They 4 plus 1 means that they have 5 crew skills. And we got to check the loaders to make sure that they're not. You see, this one has safe stowage and this one has safe stowage. So we're duplicating. So I might pick someone else who doesn't have safe stowage. This one has adrenaline rush. So I'm probably going to pick this one instead, which is going to save me a little bit of money. So you're going to say, well, that's, 20% lower on its skill. You know what? It really doesn't matter because I'm not going to research either of these two skills, which means that once this 61% gets up to 100%, it's done with. The firefighting is not that important. The other thing is, this is a crew member who I might bring up into a commander, so I can put someone like Paklabayev, who is just a regular crew member, make him my loader. And because, like I said, he doesn't need to have all those crew skills. So that's another possibility. This guy's going to definitely level up and get the firefighting. But then we have another issue. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got to check the tree to see how many crew. Oh, I don't know. Okay, so I am going to look real quick on the internet. We're going to look up double barrel guns crew. And we're going to see what they have. We're going to check the STI or the ST2, for example. See if I can get it real quick. Okay, it might be a little slow. Okay, I don't think I'm going to get this information. So I'm a little bit concerned about the crew that I'm picking. The crew of all 3 double barrel guns consists of 5 crew members, including 2 loaders. So we are going to be using these 2 loaders for all of my crew. I just might put in this guy over here, and I will save the better Antonov for something else. I'm going to move the Antonov up to a gunner or a driver on another tank. That's my decision. I'm going to stick with this crew. I'm happy with my decision. I'm going to retrain it at 100%. Said and done. Okay. And then for service, We got to check the penetration for HE rounds. It is 61, which is nothing special. I'm going to bring this down a little bit, bring this up a little bit. We're going to put a small repair kit, a large repair kit, and a large first aid kit. I don't think this is a tank that catches on fire because it's a heavily armored tank, so it's probably not going to catch on fire. I don't run food because, you know what, I'm trying to save money, and that's it. That's the only reason why, is to save money. Okay, so then we've got the choice with vents, gun rammer, spall liner, gun laying drive, coated optics. I usually play the game first before I make that decision. So we're going to look at dispersion. The vents will help dispersion, and we're going to look at aim time. 3.19 is not good. That's a long aim time. So we might want to do something about that. The rate of fire is actually, I believe it's pretty good. Oh no, it's not. 11.53 is not really that great. So I would say the gun rammer is a good choice. A lot of people put vents, but vents does a little bit to a lot. It doesn't do a lot to a little. The gun laying drive is a good choice. I do not see the V-stab option. I like to use coated optics because I really like to be close to the enemy. So I am going to put coated optics. And please post below how I should never put coated optics on a heavy tank because I haven't heard it before. Okay, so then binocs I think are out of the question. Cyclone filter I'm not going to need. Gun laying drive is an option. The tracks I would say not in this particular case. CO2 is prevent fire is not an option. Heavy spall liner I would say if you have a lightly armored tank, maybe a spall liner makes sense, but I really am not sure if I can justify it. I'm not going to worry about ramming. I don't think crew injuries I'm really not worried about. Stun duration I don't care about. Explosions I'm really not that concerned about. So I'm going to say that the spall liner is not a wise decision. Gun rammer is high on the list. So we've got a choice between the gun rammer, the gun laying drive, and the vents. I'm going to go with a gun rammer because it's going to bring my gun loading down by 1.15 seconds. So the last question is, should we reduce the aim time or should I add the vents? The vents, like I said, does a little bit of everything. Unfortunately, it doesn't show you what it does until after you've added it. I'm strongly considering the gun laying drive. I think I'm going to play a game before I make my final decision. So we're going to look at the exterior. I'm going to check to see if there's anything like I could do this prime festivity. Prime festivity is pretty much my only option, but I don't know if I want to put it on this tank. So I'm going to look at camo. You can see that I do have a lot of camo. Let's say I do this, put it only on the hull, and then do winter style, only on the hull, save a little cash. And then I will do this one only on the hull. The only other thing is usually I would make it 19 and 19. I'm not going to bring any APCR, so this way I can fire lots of blind shots. So the only thing I have to do is what would I put over here? For equipment, I would not use these unless it was a ranked battle first or frontline second. So then we've got for crew, no, no, probably not, no. This is a possibility snapshot. No. This is a possibility, but you really want to save this more for the faster tanks. No. This is always a possibility, but I would save this for a turretless tank destroyer. So I would say choose between snapshot which is turret rotation, which, how often do you use that? You use that with a fast light tank. I would say something like this, firing on the move. Your gun doesn't have to be aimed forward. This is what you do when you go forward, fire, reverse, go forward, fire, reverse. I would say that this is the right choice. So just for the heck of it, I'm going to pick it. You know why? Because I've got tons of cash. And it's possible that at some point, just for the heck of it, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to put some food for everybody who swears by it. And we're going to look at some of these numbers, see if anything has changed. Rate of fire, a tenth of gun loading time, quarter of a second better. Aiming time, negligible. Dispersion, negligible. But, this was much higher. Was it 3.5 or no? 3.3 or so. Engine power, no. Combat rations, we got a 1, which is not that great of a deal. Concealment. Yeah, it kind of makes a difference for concealment. It's not going to super hide you like the concealment skill does, but it's pretty cool. View range. Yeah, I guess for view range, it's pretty cool. It's half of what coated optics does. I think that's pretty cool. And I'm going to need it for the signal. Well, I guess I don't need it for signal range. Okay, so the other thing we want to do is check to make sure that I've properly appropriated all of my skills, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because you might pick a skill that doesn't work with your tank. You can see that everything is proper. So that all looks good. I really think I did the right thing here. It's going to be either gun laying drive or vents. Okay, so that's it for this vehicle. If you have any questions or comments, please post below. And don't forget to follow me on Twitch and subscribe to my YouTube channel.